Hi everyone, I'm Sharlene from So Dressmaking and I am back finally with my first YouTube video for 2026. So one of the things I said for this year is I was going to do more videos, at least one a week, and we are now on the 15th of January, so halfway through the month, and this is the first one I'm doing. So we're going to go from now. It's taken a while to get back into the flow of things this year. Been a wee bit of a slow start, so I'm okay with that. I am sort of, at the minute, I'm trying to embrace a slightly slower pace and not put too much pressure on myself, because I think we all sort of fall into that trap in January at the start of the year that we have to do all the things and be all the things and do all these resolutions, but sometimes you just need to take it slow and accept that it's cold and it's dark and it's okay to just want to sort of snuggle in and do not very much. But anyway, so I'm going to start off with something I know you all love and I love sharing as well. So I have a little bit of a fabric haul here, and it's all from Rainbow Fabrics. So this was all purchased in their sale. The sale is still running on all fabrics from 2025, so every fabric from last year is now in the sale and you can get 60% off, which is massive. It's such a big sale, and it's, if you use my code VIP Sharlene, I'll put that down at the bottom. Yeah, you can save 60% on all fabrics from last year. So the new fabrics, the new season fabrics from this year that have launched aren't included in it, but there's so many fabrics, and I think some of these are still in stock, and I have a few others that I've already got that are also in stock as well, so I'll share them with you too. But it's definitely the time to pick up a bargain. I was looking this morning and there's so many. I've already got another wee basket sitting there, and I think there was like well over 10 meters of fabric, more than that, for less than £50. It's insane. So yeah, starting off with some French terries. So there is 2 left in the French terries. These colours aren't available anymore, but they have like a creamy yellow sort of a colour, which I actually think could be lovely because that buttery yellow shade is not going anywhere this year. And then the other one was a light blue, which I seen did have a defect, but it's like 2 meters wide, so you're still getting probably 1.5 meters worth of fabric without the defect, so it went into my basket too. So yeah, I have this lovely like deep grey marl, and do you know what, they feel amazing. They're really soft. None of this has been pre-washed yet, but I'm so impressed with the quality. So it's a loop back French terry, it's not brush back, so it'll be nice for coming into spring as well. And I got 2 meters of this, I think. Yep, 2 meters. So I am working on a sweatshirt pattern at the minute and a jacket pattern, which will be like for fleecy fabrics or for quilted fabrics, and that sort of, so like it'll have a bound edge. So yeah, I have a fabric that I can't find a pattern for, so I've ended up drafting a new block which I'll be able to use for both patterns. So yeah, I'm really excited to get started on them. So I ordered these knowing that I was going to need some fabrics to trial them out with. So yeah, really happy. I've done a test of the sweatshirt already and it's gorgeous. I'm really happy with it. So I'm possibly going to make one in this as well. And then I also got this red, which I would say is going to be for Charlie. Red's his favorite color. And I think again I got 2 meters of this. So I'm probably going to get a sweatshirt for me and Charlie out of this one, or maybe one for Emily and Charlie. I'm not too sure yet, but yeah, this one I did have a deeper red which I had got for Charlie, which I'm now used to make a 12 for myself of this pattern. So this one is probably just going to replace that for them, and then I'll see what else I have left over from it. But again, really soft, really lovely quality. Like it's a really nice weight. So I think sometimes with the loop back French terries they can be quite light and thin, nearly like a jersey, but this has a substantial weight without being, you know, the fleecy back, which means it's going to be perfect for like transitional seasons or for layering and things like that. So I really am so happy with both of these. Actually, the reverse of them feels amazing, which is the side then against your skin. Then next up, I had this notion at Christmas that I wanted to make a velvet dress. I didn't get round to it, and the fabric didn't arrive till after Christmas anyway, but when I seen this, I thought I'm going to get this, and then at least if I don't use it now, I'll always have it in my stash for next Christmas. So this is, I think it's the teal, the dark teal velvet. I don't know if they have any of the velvets left now. I can double check that, but it is lovely. Really nice weight. It's not too heavy, not too thick, and it is going to be gorgeous for a dress. So what I am thinking is I did a, and there's actually, oh, they're stretching it too, so it could end up actually being trousers. I did get 3 meters, so I have quite a bit of it. I had been thinking of doing the Jen bodice, so I have released another sewing pattern, and I'm going to be doing a full video on that soon. So I released before Christmas the Jen jumpsuit, and I'm sure you've all heard about this over on Jen Leg's channel if you follow her over there too. So it is a sleeveless bodice and then like a looser fit trouser on the bottom, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's so nice and has shearing at the back, so it's really, really comfortable. But I hacked it with the Ophelia skirt, and I really, really loved the shape of it. So I had been thinking of doing one in velvet as well, which I think would be so nice at Christmas, but it would also be wearable, you know, all through the winter, layered up with cardigans or tops underneath. So that was what I got this for. I might change my mind now. It does have a really nice amount of stretch. I could see this being a really nice pair of trousers too, so I'll have to have a wee think about that. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous quality, really, really nice. Not too heavy, not too thick for velvet. So actually has quite a nice bit of movement for fabric that's generally quite stiff. So yeah, love that. Next up we have, so I did get some of this at the Knit and Stitch show, and this is in stock, and the other colour I got, which is this khaki, I'm fairly sure this is still in stock too. So this is a brushed cotton twill. This one is going to be a shacket for Darren, or an overshirt, whatever he wants to call it, which is cut out. It was supposed to be his Christmas present, and we'll get it made this week, hopefully. Christmas was a wee bit busy. So yeah, I had wanted this colour at the show and forgot to get it, so then whenever I seen it in the sale, I thought definitely. It is a really nice weight, has a really nice amount of stretch, and it's going to be gorgeous for trousers. So this will be like a spring pair of trousers, so it has a good amount of stretch there for something, you know, more fitted. And I loved, it's like a, I think they've called it like a pale peach or soft peach, so it does have, it has a really warm tone to it, and I love it. I love the colour. It's got a really nice sheen to it as well. It's really, really nice. So yeah, this is going to be trousers. I'm going to say about 2 meters. Yep, 2 meters of this for trousers, and it feels so lovely. It's really, really soft, that nice brushed feel to it. So yeah, really happy I got that, because I think I would have regretted, and I have had it in my head that I wanted that sort of paler, either barrel leg or like a cropped wide leg pair of trousers, so I'm going to get them now. Next up, I'll do this last plain one. So this was the like dark grey Chambre, I think it was. Again, Joe, I don't really have any plans for this, but any denims and any like those bottom weight fabrics, any of them that I've got from Rainbow Fabrics have been amazing. The quality is lovely, they wear really well, they sew really well, they wash really well. There's just, they've always, I always find it so hard to get nice bottom weight fabrics. They're either too stiff or they're too heavy, or I have some jeans and the seams are actually starting to pull because the denim just isn't strong enough, and I haven't had any of those issues with any of my Rainbow Fabrics denims or twills. So any of those bottom weight fabrics have all just been amazing. So I seen this Chambre and I thought I'll get that. I got a tencel denim which I used to make a Jen jumpsuit, and it was absolutely gorgeous. And I do think a Chambre is just one of those things in your stash you're always going to find a use for it. So I picked up 3 meters of this. I loved the darker colour. This could end up being a dress possibly at some stage, or maybe like a top, a shirt and trousers, maybe a Presley shirt, although I do have a dark Presley shirt. But yeah, I will find something for it. and I think it's the sort of fabric you're always going to find a use for it. It's a wee, this side feels a wee bit stiffer, but the back is really soft, so I would say once this washes it is going to feel amazing. So that's just a wee one for the stash. Then I seen this and I loved it. I don't know if I'm going to keep it. I might end up giving it to my mum, but it is a linen viscose, and I would say this one has sold out. I went on, so the sale launched at 6 o'clock. I went on, I think, at 7:30, and so many fabrics had sold out, but they do still have a lot of fabrics still in stock as well, especially the plain fabrics. And I think for those wardrobe staples, I think this is probably the time of year too when people start to sort of evaluate their wardrobe and see what's missing. Same as September, you kind of get that, you're looking for more jackets and trousers and coats and things like that. So this is a good time to go on and stock up on some of those plain fabrics. But this one, I just loved it. It has like proper French vibes and has J'adore la mer, and then this blue like swirl on it. And I just loved it. It's probably not something I would normally go for, but there's something about it that just appealed to me. And I think I had it in my head that it would be a really nice shirt. So yeah, I had to get it. Or a skirt could be pretty cool in that too, actually. Maybe like a bias cut skirt would be fun. So I'm gonna have a wee think about it. If I don't use it, I know my mum will love it as well, so she could end up getting it. But it's gorgeous. Again, really lovely quality. Then next up, so I think it was during the summer, I got a pale blue viscose with a very similar print on it. Because I love this print, I really like this style, and I've been thinking of making pajamas in it. It's not the sort of colour I would wear like day to day, and then I seen the navy and I thought actually I would wear that as a dress or a shirt or top or something like day to day. So I ended up getting the navy too because it was an absolute bargain. So it has this really gorgeous celestial print on it with the sun and moon and the stars, and I just love it, really love it. So, and I'd say I wouldn't normally go for navy, but I think navy paired with brown I love. So yeah, I don't know exactly what I'm going to make yet. It could actually be another pair of pajamas, although I feel like it's something I will wear. Maybe a shirt or a top or a skirt. Skirt could be cool in this. I am loving my bias cut skirts at the minute. That could be fun. So yeah, I'll have a wee think about it, but I love this print, and I had to have it. So I don't know, I might de-stash the pale blue one now and keep this one for pajamas, or I might just keep both and do pajamas in one and then something else in this. So yeah, I'm not too sure yet, but I avoided blues and navies for quite a while there, but I'm sort of starting to come back around them a wee bit. I think paired with the browns, I'm really loving it. And I've even gone for the blue and brown on my nails this time. So yeah, I just loved it. I love this print. I've always had a sort of a soft spot for that sort of celestial style print. So yeah. Then the other thing I got, we'll get rid of these ones. I got lots of quilting cottons. So Emily had mentioned to me before Christmas, the kids have both had their rooms sort of moved about and redone. Emily got gymnastics bars from Santa, and they're big, so we had to move her room all about to get at them sort of room to fit them up into her bedroom, which thankfully they do go in there. They'll not be in the living room forever. But she had mentioned when we were talking about her room and getting her curtains and all that sort of thing that she really wanted a quilt for the bed. And I said, well, that's probably something that you could make yourself and it would be a nice wee project. So I have been keeping an eye out, and I thought what better time than now to get quilting cottons from Rainbow. So I think most of these worked out like less than £2 a metre, way less than £2 a metre. Such good value. The top one here, I actually picked up this wee sewing themed one. I will have beginner classes coming up, beginner workshops. So, and we make like wee pin cushions and zip up bags and stuff. So this is going to be perfect for that. So that's what that one's for. But then the rest of them here, The bow print, I just had to have the bow print. I don't know, this might go on the quilt or it might be used for something else. It's the extra wide one, so we do have, it could end up being a quilt for Emily's bed even, but yeah, I had to get it. And then we have another extra wide here. So this is probably going to be the back of the quilt. Emily loves all the colours. She loves, there's the only colour she doesn't like is black, basically. So I think this on the back would be lovely, really nice and bright and fun. And then I picked up, so we have a blue and bingo, Hello Kitty. And then I got some sort of plain colours. So there's the green, the purple, and the celestial print for the quilt top. I'm going to keep picking up other wee bits. I've seen a few like jelly rolls. There's like a Ruby Star Society one that I'm going to get her, and then we can mix them all up together. And then I've also pulled out, so these are bits that we've used for other things in the past. So she's had a top made out of this. I made a dress for her out of this when she was little. Absolutely love this fabric. And then we've got more rainbows and stars and stuff. So yeah, we're gonna keep it very basic. We'll probably do something similar to the jelly rolls where she can just sew all the strips together, and then we'll cut them up and make them into whatever pattern she wants. But I think making a quilt top is going to be perfect for her. So she's 8 and she can sew. She's very good at sewing, but she still needs that wee bit of help with, you know, the instructions and things, whereas I think this, she'll be able to just work away on that without much guidance from me. I will probably have to do the quilting. She'll help me with the quilting and I'll do the binding, all those sort of trickier bits for her. So it'll be a really nice project for the two of us, and yeah, then something that she can keep forever. And I think going for all the colours means that she will always be able to sort of use it, and it'll just be so bright and joyful and fun. So yeah, that was, and I think all these quilting fabrics cost next to nothing, so it's good. That'll get a wee start on that, and then we can sort of add to it. And then I want to show you, so these fabrics are also in stock at the minute. So I've already showed you the green there. There we go. So this one I got ages ago. This is the corduroy, and there's quite a few colours left in this, and it is really unusual. So there's actually, with corduroy you'll have, you know, the sort of regular wheels, so they're all even. This one, there's actually 2 different sizes. So there's like a slightly higher wheel and then a lower one, and they're different sizes, so like different widths, which I just think is so unusual and really cool. And there's a really nice amount of stretch in that. So this is going to be a skirt. So I think the Bella Loves Patterns Anna skirt, so it's kind of like midi length denim style skirt, and with that stretch it's going to be so comfortable. I really need to get that made because I think I've been struggling. I was talking about this on Instagram this week. I really struggle in the winter with what to wear. And I feel, I know it's a very silly thing, but I feel guilty when I'm not wearing me-mades. So if there's not one me-made in my outfit, I do feel, I don't know why it is, especially when I'm teaching, you know, I feel like I have to be showing the things that I've made to like inspire my students. And yeah, I find it harder to then get motivated to be creative and to, you know, think of new things to make or work on my patterns when I'm just generally during the winter wearing like leggings and a fleece because it's so cold and there's nothing else to wear. So yeah, I have been struggling. So I've been sharing my daily outfits now on Instagram every day, just so I can look back on it now as well and see what it is I'm wearing, what I've made, all that sort of thing. So I'm hoping that it's gonna sort of lift me out of this creative funk that I'm in. But yes, I think this with boots and tights and a jumper would actually be perfect. So I do need to get this made. And then the other thing I got, which I'm really excited about, is a waxed cotton, and this was an absolute bargain. It's really, really cheap and a really lovely weight. So this is the greenish black, so it's nearly, it is quite dark and there is that sort of a khaki tone to it, and really nice weight, and perfect for like a trench coat or a light jacket. I am going to be recreating a Barber jacket, and it's this slightly cropped length. It's not quilted, so it's not one of the quilted ones, but it's kind of, it has like the D-ring tab and the checked lining and a hood, and it's just lovely. It's really, really nice. I'll pop a wee picture in. So I have been looking for the lining fabric. I have really wanted, because it's quite light, I thought I could get away with like a heavier flannel, brushed cotton in a check, but I can't. It's the wrong time really. All the flannels have kind of nearly sold out now. Nobody's going to be getting them in because we're coming up to spring. But I have seen, it's that like poly viscose suiting that you can always get everywhere in loads of different types of check. And I found one that's like a black and navy and green with a wee bit of, could be yellow or red through it. And I think it's going to be perfect for this. So I'm going to get that ordered and then I can get started working on this. I think it's going to be really nice when it's done. I have had it in my head now that I really want a Barber jacket, but it is something I can make myself, so I'm gonna have a go at making it. I might still someday end up getting one. So I think it's one of those pieces that's gonna last forever. But yeah, very excited about this. So there might still be a couple colours left in the wax cotton, and it is really lovely. And then yeah, there's definitely quite a few colours in this and in the brushed cotton twills as well. I had a look. There is loads of denims. There is, what else was there? Loads of quilting cottons too, if that's what you're looking for. Some really nice satins, which I might be getting as well. But yeah, loads of really lovely fabrics still there, and all at 60% off with my code, which is an absolute steal. So yeah, I hope everyone has had a lovely start to the year. I know the weather has been a bit grim for a lot of the UK. There's been a lot of storms and a lot of wind and snow and ice and rain, but yeah, hopefully we get more. Today is actually really cool but sunny over in Northern Ireland, so hopefully we get a few more days like that, because it definitely helps your mood whenever the sun comes out. And yeah, I will be back soon. I am going to share another video with talking through the Jen jumpsuit, because that is long overdue, and I'm also going to share some of my plans for my patterns this year. I have loads of ideas. I thought I was going to maybe have 4 and then I would do the kids patterns, but the number just keeps creeping up, so I really need to get started on all of that. I am also working on expanding my current pattern, so I'm going to add another 2 sizes on to the top of the range as well, and just sort of going back and fine-tuning all the instructions and adding bits where I need to add them, and more blogs and tutorials and all that sort of thing. So I have a really busy few months ahead at the minute, and I'm really excited about it all. So yeah, make sure you have subscribed that you can find out everything that's happening. And yeah, that's it from me. I hope you're all having a lovely day, and I will chat to you all soon. Bye.